What's up, guys? This is Teddy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video, we're going to be talking about arrays in TypeScript. And arrays in TypeScript, not complicated at all. Literally anybody could understand how arrays work. The thing is that they don't really work much different. They just look a lot different from what you're probably used to see. But I'm going to teach you the trick. So in TypeScript, we always want to make sure that we are putting the right types within our variables. And this is not a function, this is just a variable. So if I just go into here and I just start putting strings into my array, just like I would in regular JavaScript, this is perfectly valid TypeScript. TypeScript will do everything for us. And if we go over here and actually put this into and you don't have to do this, by the way, you can just watch if you want to. If you want to follow along, that's fine too. But if I go over here and I put into here what I just had on my whiteboard, I just go string, string 2, string 3, what you will see is that it is going to do the inference for us. And many times people incorrectly assume one very, very important thing. And this is so important. I'm going to go back into my big screen here. You need to be explicit about what type of data that you are putting into the array. So it's not enough to just go over here, and I'm assuming that a lot of you are really smart, so you were like, well, let's just actually make it so that there is array type checking. Wouldn't that make sense, Teddy? Just put an array there. But one more trick that you have to do, and like I said, you have to be explicit about what's in the array. What's in array. And if you look in our actual VS Code, like if I go over to my actual VS Code and I look inside of it, if I can pull it up here, you will see that it's done the type checking for us, and it's made it so that we have type checking, the inference. TypeScript has basically done the type checking for us, but we want to be explicit. We want to actually put our own. And that's exactly how you do it. There's a lot of talking for pretty much nothing, but that's the whole entire gist of an array. And well, in JavaScript world, things get a little bit more dicey than what we have here. A lot of times in arrays, you're going to see things like 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, and the web's got all different types of data structures. You may be thinking, well, Teddy, I need to put other stuff in array too. It's I just can't put strings in array. I got to put objects and I got to do all of these things. And the first thing most people want to do is they would go over here and they would try to do a union type. And if you don't know what a union type is, this basically means an and. And we'll talk more about union types here in a little bit. But many times people would go over to this union type and they would put this. They would say, hey, well, now I can put numbers. But this is not syntactically correct. This is another important part of arrays, is that you need to put parentheses around this part right here if you want that. If you want to be able to hold numbers and strings, you need to be aware of how that actual, how it actually looks, as opposed to just assuming that if you do this, that this is fine too, because this also is another thing. This is different from this. This is actually different. If you think about it logically, so if you have a union type, it's doing the and, but it's not for numbers and strings. It's for numbers arrays and string arrays, not for number and string arrays, if you see what I'm saying. So if you want that, you would have to put it within the parentheses as well right here, just like that. Another thing is that you will also see, so let's just have another example right here, is that you're going to have arrays that look like this. They are pretty much classes that Typescript has given us as well too. This is also very common as well too. So you can have it where it's a generic array, or it's an array that it accepts some type of generic. And if you want to do the same thing, a lot of times people like this better because this is where you can actually add the number. So if you want to add number, you can do the exact same thing as well too, and you don't have to have that very strange kind of funky syntax you saw before. And a lot of times people think that this is a lot more aesthetically pleasing in terms of performing type checking on your arrays. But that is pretty much it for arrays. The only other type that I could possibly think of is if you had a multi-dimensional array. So if you had an array of arrays, what you would do is you would essentially have this right here. You would have string, and then you would have two arrays just like this. And if you want to see this, it's going to be an array of an array. And that is how you do multi-dimensional arrays. Although you're probably never going to see that in a real production, and you don't really see multi-dimensional arrays that often, but it's good to know otherwise because it helps solidify your understanding. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and as always, thank you for watching.